Angel H, what do we do first? Factor. Can I factor that one?
Yes, you can factor the bottom.
What do you give for the bottom?
X minus 8, X plus 2.
Guys, here's a hint in doing these problems. Most of the time. When, class?
Most of the time.
Is it all the time?
No.
Most of the time when you're factoring this, it's probably going to be... They kind of want you to cancel most of the time. It kind of gives you a hint. Does that make sense? So that's step number 1. Angel told us to factor it. Brianna, step number 2. What can I cancel? Brianna, what do I put in this pink box here? And what's the name of this box? Vertical asymptote or movable hole? Brianna, how do I solve for x plus 2 equals 0? -2. So far, we have a removable hole. Raise your hand if you got that. Eric? Step number 3? What are we setting? We just did that? We're setting the denominator not equal to 0. That's called a vertical asymptote. So what should I write in the orange box, Eric? Everyone put your finger on the denominator. Eric, what is the denominator of our problem? That's not canceled. X minus 8. This is the denominator of our fraction. How do I know that? This is a 1. Eric, tell us what to write. X minus 8. And we're setting it what? Not equal to 0. Eric, how do I solve that? What do you get, Eric? Not equal to 8. Raise your hand if you got a vertical asymptote. So in this problem, we have both a removable hole and a vertical asymptote. Okay, this was the common mistake for students as I was walking around. The problem doesn't ask us, but we're going to graph it because we're going to have to do that eventually. Is I put a 1 here. Why is that important? A lot of students were graphing x minus 8 and they got a linear, which was incorrect. The part that you're not canceling is this part. And I was encouraging you guys to think of the invisible 1. The invisible 1 is there. So let's go ahead and graph it. I have a vertical asymptote at 8. So the vertical asymptote is going to split my graph in half. I have a hole at -2. If you punch it into your calculator, 1 over x minus 8, still using parentheses. Notice I use parentheses for the numerator and the denominator of the fraction. If you press zoom in or out already, you're going to have to go back to reset it. So I'm going to press zoom 6, which is zoom standard. We talked about the graphing failure, that if you can't see the rest of the graph, you might have to zoom out or change the window. So this is what my graph looks like. And then the last thing I'm going to do on my graph is I'm going to go back to the removable hole and actually put a donut hole there. That shows where the graph will be undefined. So in this problem you had both, and then those are some clues to help you with your graph.